Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and serene lakes, there lived a beautiful young girl named Leila. Her eyes sparkled like the morning dew, and her smile could light up the darkest of rooms. Leila was the joy of the village, loved by all for her kindness and grace. Tragedy struck one fateful evening when Leila's parents were returning from the market. A sudden storm had made the roads treacherous, and their carriage met with an accident. Leila's world crumbled that night. She lost not just her parents but her entire universe. The days that followed were filled with a deafening silence. The once cheerful Leila became a shadow of her former self, her laughter replaced by a haunting stillness. The villagers tried to comfort her, but the void left by her parents seemed too vast to fill. As time passed, Leila learned to live with her loss, finding solace in the beauty of the world around her. She would spend hours by the lake, watching the water ripple with the gentle touch of the wind. It was during one of these moments of quiet reflection that she met Adrian. Adrian was a traveler, a young artist who roamed the world with his canvas and paints, capturing the beauty he saw. He saw Leila by the lake, and in her, he saw a story that needed to be told. He began to paint her, and through his art, they connected. Adrian showed Leila the world through his eyes, full of color and hope. They spent the summer together, and as the leaves began to turn golden, so did Leila's heart. Adrian's presence brought back the light in her life, and she found herself smiling once more. One day, Adrian received a letter that would change their lives forever. His paintings had caught the eye of a wealthy patron who wished to sponsor him, to bring his art to the grand stages of the world. Adrian was overjoyed, but the thought of leaving Leila pained him. He shared the news with Leila, expecting her to be saddened by his impending departure. Instead, she embraced him and said, "Your art has brought me back to life, Adrian. Now it's time for the world to see the beauty you see." With Leila's blessing, Adrian left for the city. His art became a sensation, and his fame grew. He never forgot about Leila, the muse who had inspired his greatest works. In time, he returned to the village, not just as an artist, but as a man in love. Adrian and Leila were married in a ceremony that was as beautiful as the story that had brought him together. With Adrian's success, they were able to rebuild the village, bringing prosperity and joy to the place that had seen Leila through her darkest times. Leila's story, one of loss and love, of despair and hope, became a legend in the village. It was a reminder that even in the deepest sorrow, there can be beauty and a new beginning. And so, Leila, the beautiful young girl who had lost everything, found happiness and riches beyond measure in the love she shared with Adrian. And they lived happily ever after. Lesson: it doesn't matter what you suffer in life, once you belong to Christ, a short time of transformation will certainly come. Trust God and the process.